Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark at the Shave Stop and GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another video and I wanted to talk about loading a blade and blade alignment. Now I have my two favorite razors here, the Vikings Blade Chieftain and the Vikings Blade Godfather razor. Both razors really terrific, very easy to load, and the blade alignment is very precise. And I wanted to contrast that with something like this that you would get from some other websites and from other vendors. Not a bad razor, and of course a lot of the heads are similar to this, manufactured this way. But the one thing you have to be very careful of, let's take off this handle, is the way these heads are machined and manufactured. There could be some slop in them. These three pins and this base plate, sometimes they're manufactured in a way where there's a lot of play in there. This one has play in it. Now listen, okay? Can you hear that? That's the base plate and the cap sliding back and forth. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can see it better this way. Might be hard to see, but you can hear that there is some play there. What that means is when you load a razor blade, you tighten this handle down, on a razor head like this, you get a little bit of exposure on the blade ends here and here. That is so you can loosen up the handle a little bit and align this blade and move it around. You can see I'm able to move this blade around a little bit. You can see that right here, if I tighten this down, that blade alignment is off. You can see that there's more exposure on this end than on this end. It's slanted. So you have to then loosen your handle up and align it a little bit so that it sits evenly on both sides. Because if you don't do that, you're going to cut yourself. And that could be hazardous. Now, I'm not saying that these kinds of razors are bad. It's just that if they're not as expensive or if they're a little cheaper, you're going to run into this problem. They might give you good shaves, but you're going to run into this problem. In other words, you get what you pay for. Now, you contrast that to, say, what Vikings Blade offers you. Let's get rid of this here. Whereas you have the Vikings Blade Chieftain, you open this up. Now, the way this is manufactured, blade alignment is precise. You just drop the blade in and there's no play. There's no play here at all. It sits in there very securely right from the get-go. And you can see that the ends of the blade are going to be enclosed, so you don't have to adjust. You close it, it locks in place, and you have perfect blade alignment on each side without having to adjust or nudge it one way or the other. It's remarkable. That really is great, because if you're pressed for time in the morning and you're loading a fresh blade, if you don't forget to do that little bit of adjustment with this kind of razor here that I showed you before, if you don't do the adjustment with this kind of razor, you can run into some problems and accidentally cutting yourself pretty good. You have to be careful. The Godfather razor also aligns the blade very precisely. Show you what that looks like. The Godfather razor has these 4 tabs in each corner. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That allows the blade to sit precisely in the cap, just like this. See how that sits in there? It doesn't move. There's no movement. So when you place your base plate on there, and you tighten the handle down. Again, you get precise alignment. Everything is nice and straight. Blade exposure is nice on both sides. Nice and even and straight. And again, the blade ends are not exposed. Everything is nicely enclosed. So the only edge you have to worry about is the cutting edge itself. So it really is a terrific way of having instant blade alignment. It's safe, it's secure, no nicks, no cuts, no razor burn with either of these razors. As a matter of fact, this is my go-to razor here. The Godfather is my go-to razor. Love this razor, but I shaved this morning with the Chieftain because this also gives me a great, comfortable, close shave. I did 3 passes with this morning. It's brilliant. It's absolutely wonderful. So either of these razors is great. If you're a beginning wet shaver, go with the Godfather. This is a really great razor to learn with. And again, you don't have to bother with adjusting that blade once you load it in the razor. It's done automatically for you. It's a very precise shaving instrument. You're not going to need to adjust the blade at all with either of these. So if you're just starting out, I recommend the Godfather. You can go with the Chieftain. That's a good one too. If you're a seasoned pro, Chieftain is really the way to go. I like that one too. Loading the blade is much faster with the Chieftain, obviously. Either one of these is great. I've said it before and I'll say it again. These are the only 2 razors you'll ever need. The Chieftain and the Godfather by Vikings Blade. Blade alignment, right on the money. You can't go wrong. You get what you pay for. These are worth every single penny. Plus, they come with an international lifetime warranty. How can you beat that? Really, really terrific product. Hey, that's it right now. I hope you found that helpful. I'll provide links below. Thanks for viewing. Please subscribe to my channel and let me know. Comment below. And remember to visit the George Toon blog. That's georgetoon.com/blog for a lot of great cartoons and other fun stuff. And of course, all these videos. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you again real soon.